Firefighters going into homes, seeing Black people, seeing Black children, and leaving the Black children to die. That is the confession of a firefighter. Now, I'm going to give you the highlight, and then we'll get into the meat of the story. Here it is.
So for context, I drive trucks, and I stop at this Denny's to grab a coffee. As I'm walking to the bathroom, it's this old guy sitting to the left with about 12 people that's celebrating his 89th birthday. Sat down, ordered some food, so now I'm sitting like across from the guy that's celebrating his birthday. And everybody that basically came to celebrate with him had left, so now it's just him and his wife. So as I get up to go wash my hands, I see him and I give him a smile. I'm like, happy birthday, young man, 89. That's a lot of memory to have. And he said, well, thank you, young man. And he smiled and he kind of just stared at me. So I come back and his wife is gone. She's talking to some other lady that goes to the same church they do. And he sees me, he says, come here, come here, come here. And I said, yes. And he said, there are way too many things that I wish I could forget. And I said, yeah, man, you make it to damn near 100 years old. I'm pretty sure you got a handful of regrets. And he looked at me with the most serious look ever and said, you have no idea. He said, you know, I used to be a firefighter through the 60s and 70s. I said, that's what's up. That's a very commendable job. And he said, yeah, it should be. He said the 60s and 70s was a different time in every way possible. You know that, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no. He said, back in those times, I was a way different man, and who knew that we'd get to the point where we are in society today, and I'd be feeling the way I'm feeling about the decisions that I made back in those times. So right before he took a very long pause, he looked at me and said, back in those times, it was very common for firefighters that looked like me to leave people that looked like you in burning houses and buildings and horrible situations just to say they couldn't get to us.
And that's not even the most chilling part of the confession. Here it is.
He said more times than he'd like to admit, he would hear screaming Black people and children in burning buildings and houses and apartments and stores and cars. And he would literally just pretend he didn't hear it. He said his last time doing it was when he made eye contact with the baby that he deliberately went into a building to save and deliberately didn't. And he said that was the last time he did it, and he quit that year. He said the nightmare still hasn't stopped. He still hasn't forgiven himself, and therapy helps, but it's still a living nightmare to have those memories. When it came to firefighters, I never thought of them like that. Like when it came to like police officers, lawyers, and judges, and everybody else, we knew they didn't give a, especially police officers. But I don't know why that didn't click to me that, no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody had a hand in deliberately making our lives worse. But it is something that I cannot think about for too long, because that visual of you fake going to save somebody and not saving them because of the color of their skin and the entire 911 understanding because, oh yeah, you couldn't get Jamal. Oh well, just another one gone. Like,
chilling.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the full elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We the bros from the GMS Brand Chicago. I'm here with
Brother Yarmaya.
Brother Takallah.
Brother Yarmaya Bar.
And I'm the brother Qadar. And this video that you've seen before, before speaking, okay, is displaying the hatred that these devils have for us, man. When this has been the spirit lately, did you bros have anything y'all want to say?
I just want to say, and going into this video, one thing I heard coming up, from my uncles, from my daddy and them, and like older dudes, you know what I'm saying, that was in the street, that was hollering at me, and he said, they used to always say that these judges, when they get your ass, just know they take off the white robe and put on the black one. He said everything. He said they take off the black robe and put on the white one at home, and they take off the white robe and put on the black one at work to give your ass 100 years, man.
Yeah.
And the cops the same way. Slave patrol, all that shit, going back to just the oppression of Jake in this society, man. And even if you a Jake that's put in these positions to regulate, you a Jake oppressing another Jake in this society, why the whole police force, the whole fire force, the whole bench, You know, the bar, all these wicked ass lawyers, people making these unrighteous decrees, all you niggas in the politics, even though you are people that's actually into that oppress us, they being oppressed. Why they do that shit, but they also being plagued by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. Sorry. You know, I had a homie, nigga was a big black ass nigga, man. He was smooth, man. You know? But he was cool, he was happy every time you see him. The nigga was like swole, man. We used to always go to the gym together, but he was a sheriff, he was a state trooper, and they found him on the side of the road a couple years ago, and he shot himself in the head. I said, man, damn, this was like 4 years ago, and he was one of the calmest niggas you can ever meet. But I said, damn, the Lord really be plaguing him, because that's a decent nigga. You know, but go ahead and play that video and whatever you got.
So the video was played before. I'm gonna edit it to where they see it before.
Oh, go ahead then.
Can a bro grab Ezekiel 35?
Whoever got it, get it.
This is Ezekiel 35, verse 5.
No, I start at 1.
This is Ezekiel 35.
Read louder too.
Ezekiel 35.
Farrakhan house right here.
Verse 1.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Farrakhan house. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay the cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
That nigga wicked, man. What's it like? Go ahead.
Verse 6, Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, saith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
That's right, and that just proves the perpetual hatred that this devil has for our people. You know, perpetual means forever, everlasting. Okay? Yeah. And the dude was talking about he didn't expect, he mentioned in the video, he didn't expect a firefighter to be doing this. He thought doctors or police officers would do this, but Jake don't realize it's not about right wingers or left wingers, north, south. These Edomites hate you, period.
Yeah.
I want to bring out a precept, because could you read verse 5 again?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Like, what the fuck, man? Go ahead. These niggas in Chicago.
Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
So, go ahead.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will pursue thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
So blood has to pursue this man. Go ahead.
Sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Because anytime, you know, when Esau got a chance, like the brother said, it ain't about what position they in. The position they in is them being the Edomite and you being the Jake, you know. So they had that blood pursuing them. With that, anytime the Lord had them do anything to us, because the Lord first and foremost sent these devils against us. All right, but this is Zechariah 1:15. It says, I'm going to start at 14. Zechariah 1:14. It says, So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus said Yahweh of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with great jealousy. So that's the care that he have for the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and our seed that's been scattered abroad that may look like the other nations. So the Lord is jealous for his people, like a husband over his woman, because we the bride of the Lord, like a man over his children, because we the children of the Lord. All right. It says, And I am very sore displeased with the heathen, that they are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. So it said they helped forward our affliction, man. They always went the extra mile every time. Like, you got this video now. Oh my God. You got this video now of these 4 Edomite girls, 3 Edomite girls making that black girl get drunk
man,
and beating the shit out of her.
Fucking wicked, man.
That's a fucked up video to watch, man. It's a fucked up video to watch.
Yeah.
And you got this one cat, and the Elder Malcolm called it. We all called it, because, you know, the brothers in this car live in that world. Yeah. You know, including my son back here. You know, but we all watched that video. It was this Edomite dancing in the car, doing whatever, smiling in the car, and said, see, they not going to get away with fucking with our women no more. Yeah. Talking about Nolan Wells. Yeah. And we all called it out because he was the handsome nigga, no homo. He was on the team. He had his body right, a young, charismatic Jake. Yeah. You know, and he can actually dance to the songs they playing. You know, he running the football, nigga. All that. He can say nigger when the song is on. You know, and the women smile around him, and them Edomites on the you know that he was with didn't feel right about that. Yeah. 1447 call him out, watch him out shot, pulled up right in front of us. You know, because this is the reality. This is the poetic justice of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh. You know, closing in on these devils, and they can't take it, man. But y'all read what y'all got, because 144 right here again. Call Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
This is Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. And even before this particular incident happened, or this particular thing occurred, and prior to the flood, when Cain and Abel was in the earth, it was the same thing. All right, Cain is the same spirit of Esau, man. Mm-hmm. And the Lord put that leprous mark on Cain's ass after he did that to Abel. But it was the same situation. And Esau got the same spirit that Cain had, because they want to come to the Lord however they want to. They don't want to do what the Lord requires of them. And it's the same thing with Esau. He thought he was slick. He didn't take the Lord serious. He gave his blessing up and then tried to renege on it, but the Lord didn't let him do it because it wasn't never for him, man.
All right.
You know, because he realized the power in that blessing. Mm-hmm. And Cain, Esau and Jacob is Cain and Abel reincarnated.
That's right.
All right. Jacob is Abel. All right. The righteous seed, Jacob is Abel. That's right. Cain is Esau. That's why Esau was born like he was born, because he was born with the mark of Cain, with the mark of leprosy. He didn't look like everybody else. That's why he had to be actually described in the Bible. Yeah. Everybody else, you know, look at what it said. It said they were made out of different shades of the earth. What color is the earth? Different shades of brown. All right. Esau had to be described because he was born with that mark of Cain, that mark where everybody seen him. That's right. They'd know who he was. Get that Isaiah 14 and 21.
It's Isaiah 14 and 21. Mm-hmm. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
That's right.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Mm-hmm. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew.
Which proves the line go to the man too.
That's right.
All right, it proves the line go to the man too. But it said he has to cut them off because the other nations are going into slavery too, because, hey, Ishmael cut our eyes off and had us watch them women. Look what them Gooks did. The Gooks were the first to fucking invade your communities by right of passage by the Edomites to open up these restaurants so they can get citizenships, have babies and shit over here, you know. Then you got the Arabs, you know. The scriptures say what nation have not took part in us. Get that, man. These filthy ass Hamites, these Africans, which we are not. Even though our people are scattered amongst all these nations, you know, but especially when you're talking about lands like Africa, of course, or, you know, what the Elder Malcolm would call Western Asia, you know, what they call the Middle East, amongst these Ishmaelites and amongst these Africans and shit. It's a lot of jakes. We was on this side, that side of the world, way more vast than this. Yeah. But the people who really go back to those, the line, if you go back to the line of Esau, Ham, fucking Ishmael, Elam, Moab, Ammon, you going straight into slavery. Japhet.
That's right. Yeah.
You through. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees 2 and 8. It says, her temple is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemies. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All right, the Lord sent all of these heathens after us as a punishment. You know, not just, you know, throughout history, because this last captivity, we're in captivity under Esau, but all these heathens are still taking a piece out of us. Even here, even though Esau's the one in charge. But even outside of that, when you look back into the history
Jake went into captivity under all of these other nations throughout the history, man.
Yeah.
All these nations had their time, whether it was for generations or whether it was for, a 20-year period or 30-year, whatever.
No matter
However it went, all these heathens at one point or another had us in captivity, as in we was under them directly.
At the bottom of their shoe.
Yeah.
At the bottom of their shoe. And simultaneously, right now,
yeah, all
of them benefit all of them benefit off of it, which proves
Yeah.
we in a captivity, because they can get this is in their kingdom. We always gonna be the last hired and the first fired, man.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if you standing next to a nigga that's from Japhet, a nigga that's Esau, even a lot of these Jakes, right, in the tech world, or in the acting world. Like when you get them British niggas that's from like Nigeria, or like niggas in the tech world and stuff like that, they are just as an ethnicity higher. They are hire a lot, and most of them actually be Jakes, but they are technically hire them just to have them on paper as a ethnicity hire, to say they hire somebody black.
Yeah.
But most of them be real Hamites. Yeah. Most of them be real all type of shit.
Or Keisha.
Or Keisha. So, but for the most part, they hire them, man. Them Samuel L. Jackson was talking about it, man, with the acting shit. But in the acting and the tech world, Esau do that just to say they got a black on here.
Yeah.
So it's so many ways that this devil, no matter what position he in, like the brother said, this is an Edomite, man. This system is structured to fuck you over because you come from the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man.
That's right, bro. I got Sirach 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right, and like the elder brother said, all these nations have had a time to rule this earth at a point of time.
Demons.
All right, and they all ruled it in wickedness. That we in Sirach 10, as the judge shows the people.
Yep.
Okay, this world is under a Esau's vibration right now. Okay, which is to uplift himself and to shame Jake. Jake is public enemy number one.
Yeah.
And it's the last reigning kingdom according to the scriptures to when the Lord come back. You will jump down to verse 30 and 31.
Yep, I got you.
You in Sirach 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Sirach 10 and 30, it says, the poor man is honored for his skill, and a rich man is honored for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches?
Because even in this kingdom, we still shine. Like I was talking about Nolan Wills and how, the little girls at the party still was giggling at him and shit. And that's always happening everywhere we go, But, even like, you niggas ain't gonna have no fucking Michael Jackson in y'all.
Yeah,
we had Mike Tyson in y'all kingdom, Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Niggas, we was at the fucking White Sox yesterday. Niggas had niggas like Frank Thomas and shit. Like, we got iconic niggas. Usher.
Esau need niggas like that for his kingdom to work.
Yeah, see, I always say Esau wish he can push the nigga button, but he can't.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't nothing be going on. Just like how they moved that all-white town. That white woman said, I'm not going to a fucking town that's all white. And all them freaking out because nobody's there to do shit. Ain't no niggas.
Yeah.
Ain't no Mexicans. Ain't no Ephraimites.
Yep.
Ain't nobody for you to really get down on. Ain't no Gadites walking around.
Yep.
They said it's all white town. The white woman said, hell no, I need some different people.
Yeah.
She said, what about the blacks?
Yeah.
She said, what about, she said, even Asians?
Mm-hmm.
She said, no way. She said, if it's that bitch said, what about the blacks? But look though, cause she said they ain't gonna do nothing but sit around and eat mayonnaise all day.
Yeah.
And she said, I feel bad for the children because they gonna be the butt of every joke and not in a good way. She said, cause they gonna be the entertainment and not in a good way if the community is full of all white males, all white people.
That's right.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
But the Lord put you in power, but to our detriment, but you fucked up this is your own society. That's why in St. Matthew, I think it's the 24th chapter, the scripture lets you know, and except those days be short, no flesh will be saved.
That's right.
This man is the goddamn devil, man.
And just to back you up, Amalek ain't split the inheritance with his brethren.
Nope.
With his brothers, man. So he's been robbing his own people while forcing them to look at Jake as the bad guy.
Yep.
Just like he forces you to look at the right wing. It's all a distraction.
Like the Elder Malcolm would say, 2 wings on the same bird.
That's right. So you can't really trust this devil because he's oppressing his own people to oppress us. Like the Elder Malcolm said, You know how much hate you gotta have to make men have ED, and it has to you're affected. You're affected by it too. Yeah. But just to oppress the Israelites, you're gonna go through it. Yeah. You're gonna fuck your own people.
Push it in your drawers, push it in your food, push it in your water, chemtrails, just to fuck with a nigga ride. Like, you know I never in my life been this concerned about another man's penis.
Niggas hating, bro. Like Esau.
Yeah,
Esau's a
hater, envy,
man.
Bro.
That's how wicked Esau is. And deep down, no homo. These devils, especially these elites, they know that the blessing's not for them. They know that they're not going to be able to beat the Lord. They know all of this stuff. Their mindset isn't trying to capture that. Their mindset is they just don't want us to have shit. Mm-hmm. That's where they're at now. It's not
the accuser of our brother.
Yeah, it's not about so-called finding a way, because they know it ain't no way. Deep down, pause, they know they can't beat the Lord, no matter what they try to do.
But the Lord gonna put it on their spirit to do it anyway, to uplift Himself. That's why He said, "Yet and durst fight." The Lord actually got to make them think that, man.
Yeah.
The Lord actually got to put that in the scriptures, because the scriptures say the demons believe and do tremble.
Yeah.
Going back to what the brother said, but at the same time, the Lord still is going to put it on their spirit. Hey, it's a song back in the day, an old school rap song called "Punks Jump Up to Get Beat Down," man.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna really make this nigga jump up. He did it to the Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Once the Pharaoh seen them raw ass miracles, he knew. He like, yeah, boy, all right, I'm gonna let y'all niggas go. We cook. Then the Lord got a heart just so the world can really see this ass whooping.
Yep.
He got to do it.
Since you mentioned that,
these Edomites, they can't be happy if Jake is happy around them.
Oh, no
not
way.
Happy at and we're not talking about Jake being happy at the expense of an Edomite. We're talking about Jake being in their
that's
own
why that's the spirit.
lane,
You see these.
you
pulled it up and I pulled it up. That's the spirit, brother, because I got this. I'm screen recording this in the video. The spirit told me before this lesson to drop this picture down, and it's the perfect example of what you said.
We pulled it up at the same time.
You know,
not inconvenient. This devil got everything in his kingdom.
That nigga squirming around in his bed. It's still a nigga
they
walking
mad
around
about a nigga on the porch happy
with a beer, bro.
The beer that's really a poison that he gave them, bro.
Yeah.
This devil giving Jake, but see, and we talked about this earlier today with the nigga word. Jake's so fly that they take all of this shit that the devil do. That's really to our detriment, for real. Especially all the poison, all of the adultery and all this shit Jake be pushing. But Jake takes this stuff that's supposed to be destroying us, and Jake make it look fly. And then by them making it look fly, that's what causes all these other heathens and other nations to get involved in that shit. Yeah,
that's right, man.
You know, so really Esau is you're mad,
definitely.
Put the blinders on the dog. Esau is really
folly, man.
All the things that he has done has created the situation he's in. All of these white women are off the handle and ratchet like they are because Jake make being ratchet look cool. Whether it's the nigga woman or it's Jake men.
Throwing money in the club, you know, and shit.
Being a nigga is what's popular, but it's because it's what Jake is doing.
Right?
And this devil, that shit makes these devils more mad than anything.
Yeah.
When they can try to make the crazy, we in hell, man.
Yeah.
Even these niggas that's 2/3 that's having they fun rolling around in the mud. We are in fucking hell, bro. Jake is fucked up by and large out here, all over the earth.
That's right.
But because Jake can still have a family reunion and still have a Sunday dinner and all that shit, Esau can't take it. See, Esau really, he wants to break Jake, but can't do it.
Hey, but see, and that's why I was talking to the brother Howard Shire now about that, because he had, he spent that vacation with his white family.
Yeah.
Said, the Edomites was around there hating. He said, man, off the way the white children.
Yeah.
He was the only one out there was fit. He said the way that the white men watched the children, just listen to him, not run around, not talk back, not shut the fuck up. Everything they said, they wanted to follow him. All these children. They know, look, you a punk and you let your woman curse you out. The kids see that, so they gonna curse you and your woman out. Yeah. And they know they don't feel safe around the neighbor because they know he's a fucking creep.
That's right.
So look, everybody know the white man's the devil. Y'all got something else?
I want to grab this.
Bring your scriptures out.
This is Zechariah 1 verse 15.
I just read that.
Salakia, that's my God.
This is Lamentations 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee, They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this a city that men call the perfection of beauty?
It's perfect.
The joy of the whole earth. So like, next verse. Verse 16, all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found it. We have seen it. So ultimately, all these nations have forwarded the affliction. All right, they all have kicked us while we were down, man.
That's right.
All right, you don't see the heathens out here telling Jake that they're the chosen children. You don't see the heathens out here telling the nigga woman how to really nurture their hair. All right, but they make merchandise of us, man.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's because they're in confederacy. You know. But Todd, go ahead, grab yours. I'll close out on mine.
This is John 10:10. It says, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So, hey, man, repent, turn back to the Lord while he still can be found, while the doors of mercy still open, because you're not going to get nothing from this devil but what you've been getting from him. All right?
Okay.
And it's really about to get real full contact out here in a minute, man. You know, these devils are becoming more and more brazen, and it's only going to get worse the closer we get to Yahweh's return, so repent.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna finish out with this Obadiah. It's the book of Obadiah 1:15. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So we gonna have that big payback, man. James Brown. Okay, for all the heathens, but especially Esau, Edom in the forefront. Okay, he was the only nation that wasn't promised mercy.
That's right.
All right, it says, and it's gonna be done in righteousness, man. No, none of that buck breaking.
That's right.
All right, it says, verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. All right, and what's a part of our possession? These heathens. Okay, Psalms the 2nd chapter, they are our inheritance. Okay, so we're going to have them in slavery. I'm going to finish off with this verse 18. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken. Hey, so the Lord is going to use us to totally exterminate all the Edomites. The elder just read it. They shall have no son nor nephew among their dwelling.
That's right.
Nothing.
You know, that represents the seed line. Okay, so Esau's going to get exterminated, man, for touching the apple of the Lord's eye and fucking up our planet, because this is our planet. They fucking up our heathens.
Hey, Salakia, bro, we never brought out that Isaiah 47 and
Okay.
Bible. So I know you want to end on that.
No, it's all
real
good.
quick.
No, it's all good.
Get that out. Start at 1 and then jump down to 7. Isaiah 47, real quick.
Isaiah 47 and 1.
Especially because you brought that out. Real quick, go through it.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
So this man is being exposed for the devil that he is, you know, for many years, you know, starting with the apostles and the elders on down. You know, niggas been exposing the devil, talking about the Illuminati, so to speak, and things like that. The Bohemian Grove, the John Todd, when he exposed them on the records back in the 70s. Now the whole world know about the Epstein. You really had to be on the level. You know, you had to be a nigga that really wouldn't. The smartphone wasn't always out. It wasn't out when I came into the truth. You really had to go get a book to understand what this shit was about, you know.
Yeah.
I used to sit in borders looking for shit, you know, but now the whole world, this is at the access of a nigga with his pants down his ass.
Yeah.
Thumbs, man.
Yep.
You know, so this whole world is seeing that this man is the devil. Go to verse 7.
Verse 7.
Matter of fact, go to 6 because of the topic.
Isaiah 47 and 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
So that firefighter, that was the example of them showing us no mercy. All them police killing us in the hospitals, you know, that was the fire of them showing mercy. It was this one cat, you know, he stayed across the street from me. His name was Chronic. His real name was Antoine. This was like in the 90s. I had to be like in 3rd or 4th grade when this happened, but he was a nigga he was like a teenager, probably like 19 or 20 or something when it happened. But the police was chasing him. He was running from the police, and he in our neighborhood, and it's like a little lake. You know, it was a little pond, and they drowned him in the pond. They caught him. They didn't lock him up. They drowned him in the pond, man.
God.
You know? So, go ahead.
It says,
Thou didst show no mercy.
And them into thine hand, thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
So they don't care about young, old, nothing. But go ahead, verse 7, keep reading.
And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart.
Notice that Edomite said in that video, he didn't never think about how the world would be today.
Yeah.
See, they always thought, the scriptures say they think their houses are going forever. They really thought they was going to have their foot in our ass forever.
Yeah.
But now the cup is being turned over and the tables are turning. Keep reading.
It says, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Mm-hmm.
I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Keep reading.
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
3:10.
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the Lord put a hedge around these devils. All right, it says that in Genesis, that Cain will be avenged sevenfold if somebody, dealt with him, basically.
Yeah, look at the slave days.
Yeah, and even to today, that's still happening today.
It's happening right now when they suppressing this evidence with that Nolan.
Yeah.
But when you go back, I like to mention the slave days because when you go back, you never heard about serial rapists. You never hear about serial killers. You never hear about none of that shit. Because those people who are serial rapists and serial killers, we was living in their house and they had they way with us.
That's right.
So but you can't openly do that now.
Mm-hmm.
So this proves that this man is going down. But finish reading that and we're gonna close it out.
Verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, because the Lord is going to take his hedge away from these devils once Yahushua returns, and they get put back into slavery, and they're going to serve their 1,000 years of hardcore bondage. Yeah.
Call out y'all Yahushua.
Call out Yahushua. They gonna serve their 1,000 years of. He got the Cadillac jacket too, with the lack. That shit wicked. It matched the car.
Jake Wicked, man.
But they're gonna serve out their 1,000 years of hardcore bondage.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with Jake, bro?
Go ahead, but talk, wrap it up, man.
And then they gonna get taken out, man. Go ahead.
God, so Lord willing, that was edifying. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash.
That honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the full elect. Shalom, Clement Sharala, and a Bible ball.